it's June the 3rd. Cantinas are open in Italy for the first time, and we have come down to one of our favorite Barbaresco wineries, Cantina Francone, in order to taste some wine and also to check out some kittens which we want to bring home.
Allora, Cantina Francone, Rina con mascarino, Fabrizio con mascarino, e come si chiama la signora?
Valeria.
Valeria. Okay, so here is the gorgeous Valeria, and she's going to be pouring us, what are we drinking here?
We are drinking now Barbaresco 2014.
Wow, I hadn't had a Barbaresco for a long time. Okay, I'm going to enjoy that.
Yeah.
That's Reserva.
Hi! Barbaresco time. How do we drink with the mask on?
You can
I think you need a straw.
stay without the mask.
I think we take another straw.
This is how wine tasting now. As wine tasting, we always have to find way how to taste wine. So we pull it down.
How do I get the best?
So the 2014 was a
So this is 2014.
2014
Oh.
was a late harvest in the last part of October.
I don't remember.
Because the summer was cold, was cloudy, but in Barbaresco we were lucky to don't have so much rain as in other regions. So we used the old part of the vineyard in Fausoni Hill in Neile.
Okay, ciao, buongiorno, it's me again. Today's menu I'm going to make gnocchi di patate because I think we overplant potatoes this year. Not that I'm complaining. And also because we have so many broad beans, so I'm mixing these two together. So here are my ingredients. I have the potatoes, of course, the sausages for the sauce for the gnocchi. So let's get cooking. This has to start boiling. The potatoes has been peeled, cut into chunks and washed. Now I'm ready to cook it. This might take 10 minutes, might take more than 10 minutes.
Question to you. Do fresh potatoes cook faster than old potatoes?
I would say faster, for sure. These are the broad beans that I removed from the pods, and now I'm going to put it in boiling water for about a minute or until they just start to split, so it's easy to remove the skin.
You're skinning them again.
Skinning them, yes.
Skinny beans.
No, they're not skinny actually, they're rather plump. Potatoes are almost done as well, like you see, have a look. Let me have a look. Another 5 minutes. To remove the skin because already split it. All I do is just push it and it pops out like that. That's easy, but you may have to wait until it's cooled down. Okay, potatoes have been cooked. I think it took me more than 15 minutes. So let's show you how to do this potato ricer. Don't work. I'm going, if it's got liquid like that, just put it first in a bowl to remove the excess liquid. There it is.
I never know what the proper word for those devices are. Ricer or shredder.
Yeah, ricer is the, I don't even know the name in Italian either. So this is it. I'm putting it straight to the counter where I'm going to work, so it's nice and clean. So there it is, I guess, because it become like rice. This is, yeah, this again. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah. Yes. Okay, now the potatoes have been done from the ricer. it's time to add the flour. This is 400 grams of potatoes, 200 grams of flour, and 100 grams of ricotta cheese.
Oh, I didn't know you put ricotta in.
Oh yeah,
Into
you've been eating
gnocchi, something you learn.
And 50 grams of Parmesan cheese.
Oh, it's a rich, very rich.
Yes, this is rich, so that's why we need to add some broad beans to make it even more humble food.
Wow.
Yes, and pinch of salt. We can always add salt later when it's ready to serve. Just mix them all together until we form a dough. This time, no need for resting. Just mix all together until they well mix, and then we can start making snake first. But first, make the dough first, and then I call it snake because it looks like snake when it's or grissini, about the size of grissinis, breadsticks. Yeah. It's like playing like dough.
Play-Doh.
Play-Doh. Here's the dough. This time, no resting, no wrapping in cling film. Just leave it as it is. It's not like pasta dough. So just tear enough and roll it like that. Let's put some flour on the surface so it doesn't stick.
That was regular flour in the past, in the gnocchi dough, not semola.
semolina.
Okay.
This is regular. And this is what I meant about snake. Maybe snake is not the right word for this. Or breadstick is probably correct for the terminology. Like after it's been rolled into breadstick, now I'm cutting into about an inch long, and this should be okay, ready to cook. But if you want it a little bit more fancier, if you like, you can use this little gadget here to roll it. It's
Gnocchi paddle.
Gnocchi thing, gnocchi designer, but it is time consuming. If you don't have this gnocchi designer, if I may say so, so you just use fork and poke it to give it a little bit of indentation for the sauce to get in there. So let me show you again how it works. This one, you roll, and you have little indentation as well. Cutting tomatoes, these are very little tomatoes. If you cannot find this size cherry tomatoes or any tomatoes, it's available where you can find. This is called pomodorini, datterini.
Datterini, like dates.
Like dates. So I'm just cutting them in half. This is about 20 small tomatoes. So now I'm going to move in to make the sauce, which is sausages. While I'm waiting for the water to boil for the gnocchi. So I just put a little bit of oil to cook the sausages. It's olive oil here. So I remove the skin of sausages. So don't think I'm gonna eat that one for this particular sauce. So that's it. So I want it a little bit chunky rather than mince. So I'm just breaking it into pieces about the same size of the gnocchi. So cooking it until it's brown, about the same, about that color I'm looking for. That's to release all the flavor. This particular sausage, it says with parsley and fennel seeds. 3 leaves of sage, which I'm going to chop it finely. Doesn't have to be really fine, but good to chop it. Let's chop it. And there we go. And now I'm adding the tomatoes. Tomatoes goes in. And just stir it 1 or 2. I don't want the tomatoes to break. Yes, that's a beautiful color. And then I need a little bit of water from the gnocchi. This is an option, chili pepper, to add to the sauce because it's rich. We need a good balance, rich, savory and spicy, and it's delicious. The tomatoes are just cooked but not breaking. So now I'm adding the beans, broad beans. Not all of them because one is vegetarian. Oh, gorgeous. Look at that.
Quite a colour,
Isn't
isn't it?
that beautiful?
Quite a colour. Have you put the peppers in yet?
I haven't put the peppers, the chili pepper. I will finely chop it and I can add it just before serving. Pepper, cut it in half, remove the seeds only if you like. Otherwise you don't have to remove the seeds before you cut it.
Those are just regular hot chili peppers. They're not habaneros or scorpions or anything like that.
Oh, this is cayenne.
Okay.
Cayenne. So it's got a kick.
Medium.
Yeah, it's got
Medium
kick, but
hot.
not going to blow your head off.
Medium hot by
That's
hot
it.
pepper standards.
Sauce is ready. This particular sauce is just that you can use this for pasta, or I would be happy to eat it with the boiled rice as well. So let me just show you all this happening here. I'm about to put the gnocchi into boiling water. I use 2 hands in here in order to quick the action. Vegetarian sauce, baking butter. Not vegan, just vegetarian. Let's eat and put the sage in. And oh, can't happen.
Did you burn the butter?
No, I put the gnocchi directly to the sauce. The gnocchi will float on top of the surface, and that means it's ready. So that's it. So
Floating gnocchis.
yeah, now we're just going to put it directly to the sauces. We don't have to drain it. Just put it. Just take a little bit time. Be patient. Be patient on this gnocchi. It will be very rewarding. Very rewarding. That's for the vegetarian and the tomatoes. And yeah, so that's the tomatoes and broad beans, fava beans, if you like. So now, oops. I need a little bit of liquid. I'm just going to add a little bit of liquid from the gnocchi water to make it nice and loose. Nice and loose. Let me give you that. Look there. Remove this if it's burnt. So I will plate up time with my Italian flag theme, patriotic broad beans. This is the vegetarian. I'm removing the sage that got burnt a little bit.
Told you should have had it on low burn.
Now more. I know we can finish it. I know our appetite is big for gnocchi. Most of this. So, as promised, I said that I will have more broad beans last week on the book. My portion is the one with sausage. Oh, and I gorgeous, so beautiful. I'm happy. Happy days. Happy days. Sausages and broad beans. Sausages, gnocchi. Che buono. Che buono. Che buonissimo. See? More broad beans for me, please. More broad beans for me. Okay. And this is the chopped cayenne pepper. This is optional. This is only if you like to put spice.
A little zing.
Zing and kick. The purpose here is to have a good balance, rich, savory, richness from the cheeses. Oh no, I say it on the when I eat.
Here we are, just about to sit down to have lunch. Rina's in the shade, you can't see very much of her. It's a beautiful day today after the heavy rain we had for the last 2 days. Everything is green and verdant, and there's the pulchritor in the air. If you don't know what pulchritor is, that is the smell after it has rained. Oh, good day everybody. Today's lunch and our little wine vlog here. So we went to Francone winery a few days ago. Actually, in fact, it was a double purpose. We were going to look at some kittens that Kat just had because we've been looking for a replacement for our beloved Mr. Bean, some of you might remember. And also it was the first day that Cantinas were open for tasting. So it was a wonderful day. We had a little tasting, which got a short video clip which I put on. And today we're going to have a Barbaresco. We haven't had a Barbaresco for some time. So today's Barbaresco is Francone Gallini chicken.
No chicken here.
No chicken here.
No chicken.
2017. So without ado, let's do the pouring. Now, let's hold it up to the light and let's have a look to see how it looks. It's still actually quite dark and intense. It's still a young wine at 2017. So look at that intense color. Actually, from this angle with the sun shining through, it does look like a lighter red. But if you look down, so anyway, the color. Now we have a look at the. It's quite close. It's quite remarkable. Of course, the other day we had that 2014, which was stupendous, and that was 6 years of age. This is only 3 years. So the nose tells me that it can go for a good 4, 5, even 10 more years. So I opened this one up about half an hour before we drank it so it could breathe a little bit. And when I swirl it around the mouth, then it opens up and you can get all the wonderful taste, the combination of the Nebbiolo grape, grown in one of the best areas in the world for Nebbiolo, combined with a little touch of oak barrel. I think he said they used 1,200 litre oak barrels for this. So it gives it just the fine refinedness of the oak. It's been 2 years in the oak, by the way. So Rina, take a little sip and swirl it around your mouth.
I already had three
No, not a sip.
glug.
Swirl it, not a glug.
No,
Swirl it
I
around
had
your
glug,
mouth.
it's very good.
Swirl it around your mouth and it'll open it up. This is heaven. You must come to Piemonte, if nothing else, for the Barolas and the Barbarescos, and of course the lesser Nebbiolas and Barberas are equally as good, or not equally, but just as good. So anyway, cheers.
Cheers.
Italy is open for visitors again. We are not open till August, but
See you soon.
But if you did want to come earlier, just let us know. We'll see what we can accommodate for you. Cheers. Stay healthy. Stay safe. Keep your social distancing. Ciao.
Using my own food is already I know what's in there. Putting ricotta cheese on gnocchi makes it very soft, but not mushy, and it's firm at the same time. And today's sauce is just very simple sausages and broad beans because we still have loads of them, and of course the potatoes that we overplant this year. And for Tim, because he's vegetarian, I just took off the meat, Sage butter with tomatoes and broad beans.
Good. Now I'm hungry. Let's eat. And I don't think we overplanted potatoes this year.
We have to live on potatoes.
Potatoes and broad beans. Ciao. Tomato, as I bite it, is bursting with flavor. The beans are in the background, but it's Rina's gnocchi as to die for. Rina's gnocchi is firm, but yet soft at the same time, melts in your mouth. What a difference from what I call gummy bear gnocchi, which is commercially all over the place. I love it.